Alright, it's Blind Guy Garage again. This time we're working on a Kawasaki Prairie. I think it's about 2006-ish. The swing arm bearings in the front up here, they went bad. This thing was rocking back and forth. I've got it, already got the pins and stuff out. Just didn't get footage of that stuff. They'll bind, sometimes they'll bind up on you. Just keep going, keep turning them, they'll back out. It'll be the pins are boogered up on the end where the race was running back and forth on it, and it destroyed the surface. Right now I'm at the point of trying to take the brakes loose so that I can slide the axle back far enough to be able to pull the drive shaft forward, and then I can knock the outer races out of the housing. Hopefully the housing isn't damaged so bad that we have to get new parts for that. Although these designs are common with a lot of machines, as far as especially the brakes and these brake cables, they're an absolute booger sometimes when it's been a machine that hasn't really had to be fooled with very much. People are like, oh, it's all original, never been touched, never had to be messed with. That don't always mean that you're in a good situation. That might mean that everything's seized up, everything's rusted up, and the machine was ran till it ran ragged because they couldn't replace anything because it's rusted together. But I will tell you this. This stuff here is a lifesaver. And see, I can't tell if I can get the name of it in there, but there's some stuff made by CRC that's called Knocker Loose, and this stuff is amazing. It pulls stuff loose that it gets in there. It's like a penetrating oil, but it blows other stuff out of the water. I almost mentioned names, and I don't want to mention names, but there's another stuff that's made here in Tennessee, and it's called crow oil, and it's amazing. I've got some of it too. I use it when this other stuff doesn't work, because there are some situations where the other stuff doesn't work and the crow oil does. So I don't know what the differences are, but whatever the differences are, crow oil seems to be the ticket. I use the other stuff more often because it's a little bit cheaper, but when it's essentially welded in there, there's the top brake line. I don't know which one it is, if it's the handlebar brake or the foot brake, but because right now I'm just concerned with getting this stuff off of here. So yeah, that stuff works amazingly. I sprayed some in the backs of these wing nuts that hold these that tighten these brake lines up and adjust the brakes for you. And this guy was also complaining about the brakes are a little weak in the back, which I was told this is a fluid brake in this rear end. Not exactly sure how that works. I know I kind of understand it with tractors and things, but not with something like this. So I'm curious about it, but I'm not gonna dig in there. I have one of these too. This is a 650. I have a 700 2004 model. May do some videos on it, because where I don't have no time to do anything, mine has leaked out. I mean, not leaked out, but the carburetor is gummed up. Carburetors, because these are a double carbureted flavor. And the front springs are wore slap out, so when you go to turn, it kind of hikes the back wheel up like a dog taking a leak. And if you're not used to that, you'll flip off of the stupid thing, or you'll roll it over. I dumped it when it did it to me really bad, because it felt like it was going to roll, so I just kind of hopped off. Easy. That has a little pressure on it still. It's loose, of course, but it had to be in a bind to get out of there, over there, out of the way. Golly. I knocked that off. There it is. Put that over here so I don't lose it. Mercy. Come out, you little bugger. Why? Why in Hades do I not come out? I guess I could get some kind of pry bar on it. That means I have to get up off the ground. And I'm a little fat. And I'm approaching 40. Getting up off the ground isn't always the easiest thing to do sometimes. But, let's see here. Maybe this will help. I don't even know why this wrench is over here. It's not a size. It's not a size we're supposed to be using. It's a standard. There it went. Get booger. Wrench works like a charm. So take a wrench, put it over that, and pry on it, and it'll work. See here. There's the Dumaflogy. I don't even know what that thing is called. And good luck trying to find those stupid things when you need them too. Say you lose one, you might as well go get it off of a junk four-wheeler, because I haven't been able to find them. That doesn't mean anything though. I'm just not good at finding parts sometimes. There's that. That's a ventilation tube. We got our thing. Oh, yes, it's very mobile. Very mobile. Alright, I had to get up anyway. And the reason being is because there is a driving shaft right in here. Okay. And what I'm trying to accomplish is not taking the entire rear axle completely out from under the machine, but I pretty much have. I don't have I reckon I could just go ahead and pull it all the way out now, but that's full of yuckness. This is, all the stuff is aluminum. If you ain't even really paid no attention, and you're looking at your one of these things. Let's see. I don't know how a fella's supposed to line that back up later. That drive shaft runs up in there pretty good. I don't know if fluid's going to be coming out of here or not, so I'm trying to be cautious. Drive shaft. Ain't it cute? I think something just poured out. Yep. Alright, so stuff is pouring out of it. So we gotta get it to stay up like that right there. Ooh, there's some broke stuff. Hold on. See what happened to the bearings? It's the cage, I think, to the bearing. What's left of the possible inner race. Holy Moses. I don't know what happened to the other side, but there's, I guess that one, that's a different style than this. No. I might be able to reuse those races. I don't understand the situation that well. I'm gonna have to change the location of the camera, because what we got now is going to take it out of the way of the forwarder, and then y'all can see it a different direction. And I got a nice big old clodhopper tire to sit on. Get it. Sorry. Gotta get the grease and stuff off my fingers. I can grab the camera here. Alright, let's see here. Yep, you're facing, oh, it fell off of the mount. So, I know it, I'm breathing heavy. I noticed that in a lot of my videos. I'm huffing and puffing like crazy. Don't you fall over. I had to look up and see what kind of gear oil these things take. But essentially, these bearings I have completely broken, falling all apart, felling. See, there's the race, which is scarred up to nothing. Same thing on this side. So we have to now knock these races out. Not racists. And knock the races out, but I don't know if we can. I don't know if we're going to be able to, because the housing is right there. The housing is just boogered up, something terrible. And it's pretty bad on both sides. And I don't know how we'll knock the race out with the housing mushroomed up in front of the race like that. Let's see if I can take this and show it. That gum rooster. I hope that's getting it. So like there's a huge lip right there. And it goes all the way around, almost halfway around that hole there. You know, just kept riding it a little bit, not They were not hot rodding and not really hardcore riding or nothing with it that way. It was just around the yard and stuff, but multiple riders at the same time, making the suspension travel a lot. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that out of there. May have to go ahead and start looking at how much that housing's going to be, because I don't know how. The only thing I can think of is die grinder and grind the housing and shove the race out, because the race is too tore up to redo it. And we've got this front half of this housing does come off, but that's where the brake is. It's a lot of work just, it looks like, to get this whole housing off, because it goes all the way back here. So all of this is made all the way back to here, so the brakes and stuff are in that. See, I don't know. Yeah. So the new one may have to have all this stuff put in. We're going to have to make another video of this, but this right now is as far as I'm going to go for now on the Kawasaki Prairie 650. 2006. It don't matter. They're basically the same machines all the way. You can put your whole arm off in here. Ooh, I'm glad I did. Not sure what that's for. That's half of a bearing race right yonder. Ooh, there's another one from the other side. I have to figure out what that spring is for. There's part of the seal. Oh my goodness. There's all. I think we're going to have to just replace that housing, because what I'm feeling down in here is not good. More seal. Oh, now I know where that spring came from. That goes in the drive shaft. Oh yeah, there's pieces of bearing and crap all down in that thing. That gear oil is some kind of synthetic variety for sure. So this spring goes in the drive shaft, and I'm guessing that's just for what most four-wheelers are, is helps keep the slack out of it, keep it from sliding back and forth as just freely. It keeps it pushed towards the four-wheeler and stuff, towards the engine. So yeah, we got some made pretty good carnage off in here. There's some more pieces. Yeah, so now if you have bearings that are missing, I don't know where all the balls are and all of that. Some of them, they could have come out the side, but I think they all went into the differential, or the housing back there. So now it looks like we're going to have to tear into it way deeper. Yay me. I was going to say I love it, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. This sucks. There's no other way to put it. It just sucks. But yeah, when you notice a problem and you think it might be there, don't keep riding the machine. Just stop. I don't know, as much as they wrote it after they realized it made that much of a difference. This damage could have easily been in there for years and they didn't know it, because they didn't ride a whole lot. But it's just wonderful with parts and pieces all in this diff. Alright, I guess that's the end of this video. We're gonna go look and see if we can find some parts, people, because this thing is broken. It's all broke up. Oh, I don't know. I put my hand in front of the video. Sorry. Bye, y'all.